Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Another day, another vital military procurement project massively mismanaged by this Conservative government. Today, the PBO reported that the Conservative budget for the offshore patrol vessels is not realistic because it will only cover 4 ships, not the 6 to 8 promised by the Conservatives. I got to tell you, the people in my riding and across the region are counting on those jobs. Can the minister explain how this government is going to get the project back on track and get those 6 to 8 vessels that they promised built?
Well, Mr. Speaker, in fact, we are confident that we will build 6 Arctic offshore patrol ships. The contract with Irving, while advanced, is not yet finalized. But, Mr. Speaker, I should point out that the numbers provided by the PBO are based on erroneous data, rough cost estimates of international vessels with varied capabilities, and they're derived using inaccurate specifications. In fact, Mr. Speaker, in one of his assumptions, the PBO said, and I quote, he was unable to locate reliable, sufficiently contemporary Canadian data on an acquisition of this nature. Mr. Speaker, our national shipbuilding procurement strategy will deliver the goods for American Union.
The honourable member for Dartmouth, Cole Harbour.
Mr. Speaker, this government stonewalls the PBO every single time, but when it comes down to who's telling the truth, it's the PBO that's always right. Yeah. The Prime Minister has been announcing these ships since 2007 and promising the first one would have been built last year. No longer, Mr. Speaker, the longer that this project is delayed, the more expensive it'll get. According to the PBO, if it's delayed another year, they will only be able to build 3 ships. When is the government going to explain to Canadians that they're not going to make their promise of building 6 to 8 offshore petroleum vessels?
The Honourable Minister of Public Service.
Well, Mr. Speaker, in fact, it's the opposition that voted against having any Arctic offshore patrol ships. So I'm not sure what they're so worried about, but in fact, we are confident that we will deliver 6 Arctic offshore patrol ships, starting construction in 2015. In fact, as part of the national shipbuilding procurement strategy, yesterday, for the first time, we cut steel at C-SPAN for the offshore fisher science vessel. Mr. Speaker, our national shipbuilding procurement strategy is moving forward, creating jobs, some estimated 15,000 jobs over the next 30 years, and $2 billion a year in economic benefit.